What's happening, family? It is your man, CB Jr., Courtney Robert Brown Jr., back at it at Big Boss Filmworks. Hope everybody is healthy and well. Before I get started, family, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We are on our way to hitting a milestone. As I said, we got some exciting things coming. About to start the podcast up. Patreon subscription for some really exclusive content we got coming up. So, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. But today I just wanted to do a little reflection. This month we've been doing a lot of stuff. It's February the 23rd will be Pop's birthday. He'll be turning 82 years old. And, we're at a stage in our life and in our business career where we can kind of reflect back. And the one really good thing that's come with this whole Big Boss Filmworks and the documentary, the books, the YouTube channel, what my brother Eddie's doing over there at True Crimes and his channel, is it's caused a lot of the family and the clique from the old days to kind of reunite. And it's given me a chance to say thank you to a lot of people. I'm here later on. You guys will get a chance to see some content we got from Tommy Sharp, a.k.a. The Black Dispatch, Black Butch, a bunch of other old timers, reach out to us and try to be helpful to us with the content. And you got to get credit where credit is due because, I live a really blessed life, and a lot of the foundation that has allowed me to do the things I do and the businesses we got and what we're doing here at Big Boss and our real estate and all the other stuff we're involved in. These guys, these OGs, they set the foundation. So, I want to give a shout out to all of them. I mean, obviously my father, he has been a man among men, a dad of dads, but the whole clique, we got Butch here, and shout out, of course, to him. He's been integral on a part of this whole run. Charles Rudolph, Jap. I wanted to go through some of the old man's clique before we get into this story. Shauna and Trina, two soldiers, Schoolyard George, the Canton family, the Bobo family out of Memphis and out of Detroit, the Cans, I'm talking about Bernard and Leroy, the Boyer family, that whole crew, because I was speaking to brother OG Ock earlier, and he was reminding me, a lot of these guys were dropping off money when I was in high school, when Pops was locked up, helping me get through private school and college and really helping us hold it down until we came home. To Dono and Castana and Cassandra, Rhonda and Terrell. These are all names, these are some ordinary people that the old man had do some exceptional things, and they all have had opportunity to live some hell of an experience. So shout out to the whole crew. But back to what I really wanted to talk about was the man who set all of these things in motion some odd 50 years ago, Eddie Jackson, the fat man himself. He set some dominoes and things in effect that would obviously change the course of my father's life, which then changed the course of my life. And I am not at all naive to the fact that had he not done that, the chances that I would have lived the life that I've been able to live probably would not have happened. So it's definitely a salute to the fat man and his legacy, and it caused me to reflect. I heard a quote. It was Carlos Gambino talking about Lucky Luciano, and he was saying that he had met a lot of people, but when he was in the presence of Lucky Luciano, he knew he was in the presence of somebody special. He knew he was in the presence of greatness. So I like to piggyback on that. I have met a lot of people in my life, big shots from the streets to Silicon Valley. You always knew when you were in Eddie's presence that you were in the presence of somebody special. of somebody of greatness, I regret that I did not ask him more questions about things and about life when I had the opportunity to. I look back now, this would have been 83. Me, Eddie Jr., the big man, and my father all had a lunch. Both of Eddie and my father were still in Milan then, and me and Eddie came up to visit. Eddie had Eddie Jr. doing a little mission, that we were doing, getting some things into him there in Milan. And when you don't know, and that's why you got to savor every moment, family, because what none of us knew that day in the visiting room in Milan is that would be the last time that the four of us would ever be at one table and in one room together. And that was, that was 83. That was like my senior year in high school. Eddie and my old man were still locked up. Eddie was just about to get out. My father would get out a year later. And the four of us did a visit together. And, I look back on it, was, a special moment. Then you fast forward. This is like 2 years later, Eddie is out. This is right before that indictment comes with Pep, with Black Butch, with Tracy. And they're living out in Oak Park. And I stopped by to see Eddie Jr. And I don't know what Eddie Jr. doing. He in the basement rolling a joint or doing something. And so the big man is just in the living room and we just kicking it. And the last conversations that we had, I believe Bush was the president at the time, and he's just talking about Bush and the way the economy is going and why we got to make this move and do that move. And so again, it was about politics. It was about the economy. And again, now I look back and, I really wish I would have took the opportunity to pick his mind a little bit more. But you don't know, even though when you're in the presence of somebody special, we take time in life for granted. And that was like my last conversation as a free man that I got a chance to talk to the fat man. And then the very last time, I heard his voice was, he was calling my old man. This has got to be 95. God rest his soul, he passed in 95. He's calling my old man's house, and I answer the phone. The old man's doing something, so me and him are on the phone for a minute. And his spirits was still strong, and he's messing with me, talking about Junior, when I get out, because he was really working on something. There was a good chance he was going to be able to get out. And he knew I was doing some stuff with the Africans and the Nigerians, and he's joking with me about, when I get out, all you got to do is point me in the right direction. I'm gonna be going over there to Africa with you. And we laughed and we giggled. So, those are the kind of things in this journey. Now I look back, 56-year-old businessman, and doing what we're doing, and really cherish some of those moments. I really wish I took greater advantage of the resource that I had right there at hand. But so salute to the big man. Very fond memories. May he rest in peace. What he did for my family and for so many other people has not gone unnoticed or unforgotten. So shout out to him, shout out to the family. Obviously, me and his kids are still the best of besties. So it is what it is. But yeah, some memories of the big man. It's your man. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. CB Jr. I'm out. Peace.
Big Boss Filmworks and Big Boss Books presents Courtney Robert Brown Jr.'s follow-up to the book Motown Mafia. Motown Mafia, Big Man on Campus.
My internship was kind of in how the world of international finance and international criminal activities overlap.
Corey Black Sr. wanted Corey to go to school to bring legitimacy to the family, but Corey had other plans. While in college, with the help of his friends and his girlfriend, he starts and grows a successful drug operation.
5 minutes later, two agents, now I know they were agents, but at the time I see two guys go to the right, another two guys start walking towards me. They stop at my seat and they go, "Grab your bags, DEA, come with us." Needless to say, this is not the fun part of being an intern.
Corey finds himself conflicted with his responsibility to running the family business and his obligation to his college studies. However, he'll have to make things work in his favor if he wants to remain the big man on campus. The names have been changed to protect the guilty and the innocent.
I'm taking economics and business 101 and marketing, and your economic teacher's telling you about a business plan and how you get a small business loan. And it's kind of the hypocrisy of the world, because I'm like, that ain't how the real world works.